I'm Brian Van from SportBikeTrackGear.com. Today we're going to do a video review and overview of the Two Brothers Racing Black Series exhaust. Just like we have with some of the other brands, we're going to give you the whole thing. We're going to talk about the packaging, we're going to talk about the quality, we're going to show you the product, talk about the instructions, and even the other bits and pieces they have to support the installation of the exhaust on your motorcycle. The Two Brothers line is comprised of slip-ons as well as some full systems. It is primarily slip-on based at this point. There are a few full systems, but certainly not as many as they have slip-ons available. For most street riders out there, the slip-on is truly the way to go. It's easier to install and it accomplishes really what you need. All these bikes right now, they're all fast as hell right out of the crate. There's no question. Alright, so additional power isn't as much of a concern as it used to be back in the day when you put on a jet kit and all these different things. What you're looking to do is make it look better, lose a little weight, make it sound cooler, and kind of make the bike yours. At the same time, with the additional like their Juice Box Pro, you're also able to work on the throttle response a little bit. They've got all these proprietary maps that they've developed to support their exhaust line with their own fuel controller that can kind of help you get that real smooth throttle response and power delivery, which can be a real benefit for any bike. It smooths out the curve, right? Because understand when the manufacturers develop this stuff, right, they're working inside of those EPA regulations and guidelines, and even through the fuel maps, they're going to have to, give a little and take a little, right, performance to emissions to get it to where it needs to be. Packaging is where we're going to start. Here is the Two Brothers slip-on for the R6, okay? Inside, look at that. That is the polished aluminum Black Series canister. It's got a picture of the bike. It's got a carry handle. It's got a dyno chart on the outside. You turn it around to the back of the box. It's got a nice overview here of the different materials used. Talks about the Two Brothers line. The way they package this stuff internally too, and all the protection that's built into it, let's just say the exhaust arrives to you in absolute pristine condition. They have probably done the best packaging job bar none, okay? And I think that does say something about a company too. They put that kind of effort into the packaging, it's reasonable to assume the product is going to be as good or better. The canisters, we're going to focus on the polished aluminum and then the carbon fiber, both in the Black Series. Titanium is kind of available too, but realistically what we've experienced the last few years, titanium in the exhaust world is deader than Elvis, okay? Nobody's asking for it anymore. So a lot of the companies are starting to pull away from it, believe it or not. Especially with Two Brothers, the big ones are the carbon and the polished aluminum. There is typically a little price swing between the two. Let's start off with the most asked for, the carbon. Look at that. I mean, that thing, if you want to get as tight as you can, Josh, they use a real cool weave. It looks great. I mean, you look at the machining, the anodizing, got a magnesium end cap, the Torx bolts. For the slip-on here on this bike, this is actually a flange-on deal. We're going to explain that more as we go, right? Look at all, the fit on this is very, very nice, okay? All these pieces went together very smoothly. Have a look at the polished aluminum. The canister actually has, covering the majority of it, a protective film. You're going to want to take that off, obviously, after you install it or before you install it. Either way, handle it carefully. They want to get the product to you in the best possible condition. This is a canister for a Honda. It's a different style. This is an Undertale style exhaust. They shape the canister a little bit differently, okay? Once again, that magnesium end cap. It's a pretty cool contrast between the polished aluminum sleeve and the black anodized bits they use on it. We're going to put that to the side, and now we're going to just kind of focus on the instructions, and then I'm going to show you a couple of cool things here. This is what the R6 came with, okay? This is a separate piece here. These flanges are separate, as well as the hardware. That all came. All right, we've got our band clamp. This is the clamp that will clamp this to the catalyst, okay? Here is the mounting bracket, machined aluminum, hardware supplied. tools necessary to service the canister, right? We've got an Allen wrench, and we also have a Torx wrench. Very, very detailed instructions. We've got individual part numbers for all the different pieces in case there's any problem. These guys are great with their support, probably the best out there right now. Individual photos, very detailed instructions, exploded views. This is probably the benchmark right now for the instructions. I mean, they include more information, I think, than you even really need. Two Brothers Racing sticker sheet, if you are so inclined to put those on your bikes. Cool designs there, right, if you want to use that. Put some of this to the side and let's talk about some of the options with the exhaust. Noise restrictions are a problem in certain areas of the country right now, and even certain racetracks going to a track day, right? So what they've done to address a lot of that is they created what they call their power tip. Okay, there's different style tips, different colors, different styles, the whole deal, right? This can change the sound output of the exhaust, and it's very easy to install and, once again, remove. The tools that are included are going to allow you to do that. All you have to do is use the Torx wrench supplied. Go ahead and break the fasteners loose. As you can see, I've kind of already been in here doing that a little bit. Okay, I've removed the magnesium end cap, and I also removed the flange-on slip-on pipe adapter. I'll give you a close-up look here at the canister itself. We're going to begin with that flange-on slip-on pipe, right? Look at this. Machined stainless steel, perfectly flat surface. It's going to mat up with this machined surface here, and that is how you're going to get your seal. There's no gasket necessary. Okay? The flange is done in two separate pieces. Get everything on here. You don't want to tighten it up. You just kind of get the fasteners started, run them down a little bit, but don't run them down tight, because as you're installing this, right, you're going to need to be able to move this around to get the proper fit on the motorcycle. Follow the instructions. They've done a good job developing those, okay? But you don't need to tighten it all down. Then slide the other side on, just kind of get them started. Let's focus on the other side now, and we'll talk about the power tip. Machined into the end cap here on the canister, there is a groove. That power tip fits in perfectly. Very nice tolerance there. Let's take our magnesium end cap, like so. Also, very nice machine finish, slides together perfectly. Go ahead and get your fasteners all started, and then you're going to want to torque them down nice and evenly as you go. The power tips are available in a couple of different anodized colors. If you're looking to dress up the look of the exhaust, the one that we have in there obviously is the black color. Doesn't really change the aesthetics of the exhaust a lot, but it will influence the sound output, and for some people that can be a big deal. There's some areas, some pockets where this is really enforced, and they've addressed that with the power tip. Last thing we're going to talk about is going to be their fuel controller, their proprietary fuel controller. Got a lot of details about this on the website. You can read all the technical stuff if you choose to do so. Once again, killer packaging, probably the best out there. It's actually got a box that has a magnetic closure here at the bottom. Pull it open. Once again, very nicely displayed. It's got an anodized aluminum housing. Go ahead and pull it out and kind of give you a close-up look here, and we'll break down some of the features and benefits of this. Comes with installation instructions, comes with software here. If you do choose to manipulate this using your computer, that's up to you. Very detailed instructions about how to use this, how to install it, the whole deal. They've done a great job, just like with the exhaust. Here is the pigtail to install it to the motorcycle. Easy installation, right? If you choose to use your computer, here is the USB cable that you're going to need in order to communicate with this. This is going to come with proprietary mapping for each of their exhaust systems. Let's say, for example, you buy one of their full systems and you buy this. The map is going to be in it, dyno tuned for that system, that bike. It's able to hold up to 10 pre-programmed maps that you are able to choose individually. You're able to get in there, manipulate those maps if you choose to, save those settings. 10 different maps. Just so you know, this controller is actually built by one of the big brands in the industry, so this is a quality unit. I'm not going to tell you who it is that's building it, but they've done a great job. Two brothers wanted something that worked with their system. The idea was to be able to give the rider that full package. Everything comes together, it works together, plug and play. It makes it simple and it makes it very accurate. And like I said earlier, this can really make a difference, right? Not so much just outright power, but it's going to be how that power is delivered. It puts a nice curve to it, nice throttle response, nice and smooth power delivery. And that's really the benefits you're going to pick up from something like this. Don't think about, oh, just more power. It makes the bike more rideable, more usable. There's our breakdown, right? There's a lot of different bikes. We've got them all listed on the site. You ever need any more information, never hesitate to contact us, or even Two Brothers Direct. They're really good over there with the information. You can get a hold of us by sending an email to orders@sportbikedraggear.com or via telephone at 888-784-4327, and that's toll free. I'm Brian Van, sportbikedraggear.com. This is our Two Brothers Black Series exhaust.